Where's north from here?
Alright trainers, myself and many other people have speculated and theorised that gyms are going to come to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon and will no longer have trials. However, the most recent trailer kind of, well, destroys that theory. Do you know those 8 empty plots of land that we all thought gyms were going to be built on? Some of them have been filled in, but not all of them. And at least one of them on Mela Mela Island definitely isn't a gym. The same trailer also shows a bit of focus on characters that weren't really used in Sun and Moon, like Kahili and Ryuki. And Kahili even appears like she's showing you how to do a Z move pose, like a trial captain would. So I think trials are here to stay, but I definitely think they're going to change. So here are my top 5 picks for new trials and new trial captains in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, going from the least likely to the most likely. Kicking things off at number 5 is Mullane. Now Mullane is at the bottom of this list because Mallow explains to us in Sun and Moon that once a trial captain reaches the age of 20, they need to pass on the position to someone else who's completed the island challenge. And Mullane has already done this in Sun and Moon. He's clearly over 20 and he's already passed on his position as trial captain to Sophocles. Now usually the Kahunas choose the trial captains, but in rare cases like on Ula Ula Island where Nanu does bugger all, the current trial captain, the one who's stepping down, can choose their successor. However, as we all know by now, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are an alternate story, and that implies they're set in an alternate universe. So I suppose it could be possible that in this world, trial captains don't have to stand down when they're 20, but I doubt it. We don't have a steel trial, and Mullane just basically gives you the Steelium Z, so it's not a trial that already exists, it's a type we can play around with, but I think Mullane would be better suited to be either the Kahuna of Ula Ula or part of the Elite Four. I'm actually surprised he wasn't in the original Elite Four, because he's friends with Kukui from when they were younger. Coming in at number 4 is Hao. Hao is your main rival in Sun and Moon, and to be fair, he's not a very good rival. He chooses the starter that's weak to your starter. By the time you get to Akala Island, he's only got 2 Pokemon, being Pikachu and his starter, and it seems like you're always one step ahead of him. I mean, at one point, you're 3 steps ahead of him. You're off on Palmley Island, and he's still not done Ace Roller's trial back on Ula Ula. And it often feels like we're playing the traditional role of the rival instead of Hao. His ambition is to become strong and become a Kahuna just like his grandfather Hala. And I can't think of a better way to become a Kahuna than being a trial captain first. It just makes logical sense to me. Now I appreciate that Hapu didn't do that, but just go with it. As I said earlier, the Kahuna chooses the trial captains in most cases, so it wouldn't surprise me if Hala chose his own grandson to be a trial captain on Mela Mela Island and basically be his right-hand man. Hao could replace Ilima as the first trial captain of the game, and I reckon his trial would be a psychic type trial. Now we don't have one of those yet, and one of Hao's main signature Pokemon is his Alolan Raichu. It's the first Pokemon he catches as a Pichu after he gets his starter, and it's the one he always sends out first in every single battle. Now Alolan Raichu could be the... There is a wasp buzzing around my window. I don't like wasps, I was not trying to get in or make a nest. The window's closed. But that one's not. Oh crap. Anyway, as I was saying, Alolan Raichu could be the totem Pokemon, or I think a good choice would be Oranguru, because it's a psychic type, but it's also part normal type. So it replaces Ilima, but keeps the normal type in there as well. But if Hal's a trial captain, then who's your rival going to be? Well, I think Lily would be your rival. Don't forget, alternate story, gotta keep an open mind here. At number 3, I have Ryuki. Ever since Ryuki was discovered as one of the challengers for your League Champion title, people have speculated that he is the missing Dragon-type trial captain. The final trial of the game is on Pony Island, and it's just before you get to the Altar of the Sun or Altar of the Moon, depending on what version you're playing. It's a very straightforward trial. You walk through a canyon, battle some Pokemon, and take on the totem. Very similar to Ilima's trial. It's nice, it kind of goes full circle, I like that. Now yes, Ryuki specialises in dragon types, but I personally don't think he is that missing dragon trial captain. There's a stone slab at the start of that trial that basically explains that by entering this place you have to partake in this trial, and I've always seen it as like a tradition or a way of proving you're worthy to get to the altar of the sun or altar of the moon, since that's where you can summon the legendary Pokemon. It's like a rite of passage type of thing, and after you complete the trial, Happy tells you that people believe it was the first trial of the Alola region. So I don't think there ever was a dragon type trial captain, but I can see the connection of Ryuki being a dragon type trainer. There's no dragon type trial captain, but there is a dragon type trial. So yeah, fair enough, Ryuki would be a good candidate for a trial captain because he looks like he is going to play a bigger role this time round. Number 2 is Kahili. Now, as I mentioned at the start of this video, Kahili is seen in the trailer, seemingly showing you how to do a Z move. And that's something that the trial captains or the kahunas usually do. Now, I can't see her being a kahuna, but being a trial captain makes a lot of sense. She isn't used at all in Sun and Moon until you get to the Elite Four. You hear people talk about her, but you don't actually meet her until you battle her. Where would her trial be then? Well, her father owns the resort on Akala Island, and there's that golf course there that we don't actually get to explore in Sun and Moon, and Kahili is a golfer. But a good friend of mine, Link Cable, pointed out that she's in a cave in the trailer, and you find the flying Z crystal at 10 Carat Hill on Mela Mela Island. So her trial could be on Mela Mela, it could be one of the first ones we do, and that makes a lot of sense. But the golf course is still bugging me. I can't decide which one she's at, because there could easily be a cave at the golf course, but since you find the flying type Z crystal at 10 Carat Hill, that also makes sense. But either way, Kahili would be a brilliant trial captain, and she could still be in the Elite Four as well. Ace Roller did both. And finally, I think the most likely new trial captain is Mina. Now this is kind of cheating because Mina is already a trial captain in Sun and Moon, but she doesn't have a trial. She keeps getting distracted by her arts to actually get around to making one. And when you meet her, she says that she probably should get around to doing it, so I reckon she will have a trial in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And I think that trial is going to be on Exeggutor Island. Exeggutor Island is just off the coast of Pony Island, and you can get to it by talking to the chief of the Seafolk village. He takes you there so you can get the second flute needed to summon the legendary Pokemon, and he tells you that Exeggutor Island used to be a trial site, and Mina and her family actually live in Seafolk village. I think Exeggutor Island, being a very traditional place because it is the home of that flute, would really inspire her as an artist to make her trial there. Plus Alola and Exeggutor are part dragon type, and she has a team full of fairies, so I don't think she's going to have problems setting up shop. And those are my top 5 most likely candidates for new trial captains in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Let me know what you think of my list in the comments section below, and tell me your top pick for a new trial captain. Also, I've been debating whether I should do my videos like this, actually filming myself sat in front of a camera, or doing the style I usually do where I use my trainer image on a background. I can't really decide which one I prefer, so if you wouldn't mind, let me know in the comment section as well which one you prefer better, like this or like the way I used to do it. Or maybe I should do a mix of both. I'm not too sure really, I'm not that confident in front of a camera, but I do like doing it at the same time. Some feedback would be really appreciated. Anyway, if you liked this video and you want to see more stuff from me, then hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to enable notifications to stay up to date with all my videos. I'll see you all next time, but until then, keep training and have a good one. See you later.